Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see in the title, today I will be sharing my experience. I will be sharing my experience on how I managed to move from Jamaica to the UK. The steps I took once I got to the UK to join the British Army, how that experience was like, i.e. training and my overall experience and how I felt in terms of how I coped with basic training. So guys, this video was requested by one of my subscribers. Shout out to Kelly as you requested. She suggested that I do this video, so shout out to Kelly again. And guys, yeah, it should be quite interesting to go back and look at my journey of how I left Jamaica and moved to the UK. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, guys. So come along with me, guys. Let's go.
Come on, let's go! 100%!
10. 909. Send it! Your vehicle!
Welcome back, guys. So first off, I'm gonna start from the day I received the notification from the Canadian Embassy. So at the time, this was in March of 2012. Yeah, I believe. No, March of 2011. Yeah. So I had applied to go to Canada because my grandma lives in Canada. And I really wanted to go to Canada at the time. And, this is what I know that this is why I believe 1000% that our paths are paved for us even before we even knew it. I believe that 1000% because I never thought that I would come to England because I had no one in England. England wasn't a place that I thought I would ever end up, So it was quite strange how it all happened. But long and short of it, I just received my notification from the Canadian Embassy because I tried to travel and they didn't give me the visa because I didn't meet all the requirements. Now, I remember going to the embassy to pick up the paperwork because once you get refused, you have to go still pick up your documents that you send to them as well as your passport, etc. And I remember going to the embassy to pick my stuff up. And when I came home, I remember falling on the bed and I started to cry. I literally broke down, like bawl. This is not just crying. This is like I bawled, guys. Just to take you back a little bit, I just needed a breakthrough. I know I've mentioned briefly in previous videos about my experience growing up, and no one in my family ever really traveled to a first world country. How I had a job at the time. I don't know if I explained this part, that I did have a job, but I was earning, I would say, just a little bit above minimum wage. And it was pretty hard because I had a mom whom at the time, my mom was a domestic helper at the time and she could barely manage. So it was really hard. And it's not like people around me had money like that. And I was in church. That was the next thing. I had loads of guys after me. That was the next thing. That was a temptation as well. So I had loads of guys after me. But I just didn't believe in doing that. I didn't want to take money from men. Obviously, I'm a Christian in church. I just knew that was, that went against my morals. So that was quite an interesting time because then here you're struggling. And then you have these guys offering you things, but it's wrong to take it. How do you balance all of that? And I think this is where God, I believe, has a sense of humor, because this is where I think I broke. This is where I'll let you know that I don't think I lost faith, but I was mad. I literally was mad at God when I didn't get that visa to go to Canada. So I remember just coming in and falling on my bed And there's a song, all you gotta keep is strong. Move along like you know you do. I love that song. I'm a music lover. I love music. I love all type of music. As long as the music is not dirty, as long as the music is clean, as long as it's not anything derogatory, I'm fine with it. I love music, you know. It doesn't have to be gospel for me. Music is music. I just believe that music, you know, it just speaks volume for itself. So like I said, as long as the music is clean, I love music. And I remember listening to the song, all you gotta keep is strong, move along. And I fell on my bed and I cried and I bawled. I wouldn't say cry, I bawled, guys, for not getting that visa. I remember saying to God, I'm tired. What am I serving you for? Lord, I've been serving, and I can't believe it. You know, all I want is a breakthrough. You see the situation around me. You see the poverty. You see the environment. You see how I'm trying. I'm a trying young woman. It's not like I'm out there, Lord. What do you want me to do? I have all these guys trying to give me money just to be with them. What do you want me to do, Lord? Should I just go out there and serve the devil? Because since you're not doing enough for me, I just remember I don't even know if I blasphemed, to be honest. I tried not to. I just asked direct questions, which I did later apologize to the Lord for. But I was just mad, guys. I was like, God, what more do you want me to do? I'm trying. I'm doing your will. You know, God is good. Have you ever heard the saying that it's when you're at your lowest that your breakthrough comes? And I'm a living testimony. So that happened, guys. I was devastated, and I just didn't know how or, you know, what to live for. I just felt like, what's the point? I mean, you know, it doesn't make sense. But as I know me, I'm just someone who I'll be mad today. Give me a couple hours. I'll be mad at God, but give me a couple hours and we're good again. And I was broken, and I talked to him and I said, Lord, help me. Help me, Lord, and forgive me for my behavior, because I shouldn't have reacted that way. But God knows we're all human, guys. And I remember just going on with my day. So, guys, going through that devastation, that disappointment, you know, of what I thought I wanted for my life. You know, sometimes we think we want something, but that's not what God has planned for us. He has a bigger plan, which it has now been revealed, by the way. So, guys, it's less than a year, I believe. So that was, I didn't get the visa in 2011. And it was less than a year that the opportunity for England came up. And it came up through just coming to UK to see the Olympics, which I jumped on the opportunity with, of course, reservations, because I'm like, they're probably not going to give me the visa. Because I used to think that if you didn't get a visa before then, they won't give you the visa. But guys, I went for it, and lo and behold, I couldn't believe that I actually got the visa. So I ticked all the boxes. With some of the boxes that you have to tick, guys, it's good to have a job or a business, something to come back to. They like to see that. Those are some of the things which will guarantee you a visa. Something to come back to. You have to have a good sponsor in the UK that can support you and look after you while you're here. Even if you don't have a sponsor, you have to have a lot of money. When I say a lot of money, like, for example, 500,000, yeah, could get you through in your bank book, would be a good marker. Which is quite silly, because anybody can just put money in their bank book anyway. But, you know, and then you have the ones that are people that are honest, that don't get the visa. But I don't know, it's just how the system is, guys. So that is how it works. But I ticked all the boxes. I had a job to come back to. I had so many different things. I made sure that I learned from my experience with not getting the visa for Canada, and I made up for that with the UK. And lo and behold, guys, I did get the visa. And trust me, that was hooray for my family. It was like the skies opened. Everybody was so happy. Everyone was overjoyed. You know, it sounds minute to some people. It's small. But for me and my family, that was a big deal. Because like I said, I have family that traveled, but they're not necessarily looked out for us. You know what I mean? You know, you have like not necessarily close families, but they travel, but they didn't really look out for us. So me being able to, and I've always wanted, in my head I always say, I want to help my family. My dream is always to help my family. just to be the agent of change for that cycle that happens. You know, the cycle of poverty, it's a cycle. It continues if you don't break it. So with the help of God, of course. But yeah, God opened the door for Canada, God opened the door for England. When I didn't see England as an option, God already knew that that's where I would have ended up. And here I was crying, Lord, I didn't get you to Canada. Oh. No, but guys, it's sad, but it's true. So God had a plan for England for me. And long and short of it, guys, that was 2012. I got the visa, I came to England and I did my application. And then I decided that I'm gonna go back to Jamaica and then finalize things and come to the UK fully to just join the military. And guys, that process is another thing, because I didn't even get in fully in the military. I had 2 weeks left on my visa. That was another miracle, guys. I had 2 weeks left on my visa to join the army, and the Holy Spirit, like, I've been ringing, never getting them on the phone to find out how far my application is. I was ready to come back to Jamaica in 2013, I remember, and that was in my visa would have been expired in April. So I came to the UK in 2012, then I went back to Jamaica, came back to the UK in 2013 of February 2013, and I waited 5 months to hear back from the military. I didn't even hear back from them. Like I said, I've been ringing, nothing. I didn't know what was going on, so I decided I was going to go back to Jamaica. And then one morning I was just there talking to God and the Holy Spirit. A voice just said loudly in my head, pick up the phone and ring them. And I was talking to the voice. I was like, nah, I've been ringing, nothing is happening. I don't want to ring again. And guys, believe it or not, I listened to the voice. So I know, God, you're so real. It's amazing. It sounds bizarre, but it's real, guys. This is real. And I picked the phone up, and just on the first ring, guys, someone answered. It's crazy because I've been ringing. Because what they usually do, if they're getting a lot of calls, because when they do Commonwealth application, they get loads of calls. People really want to get in. It's an opportunity, isn't it? But guys, I was favored that morning. And like I said, I had 2 weeks left on my visa. And when I spoke to the lady, she said to me, you know, you should have been calling. And I said, yes, I called, but I wasn't getting through. And she asked me how long I have left on my visa. I told her 2 weeks. And she's like, nah, that's impossible. You will never get in the military in 2 weeks. Oh, God. Guys, you know, God have a plan. You know, God have a plan. Because from there, things just took everything that they, you know, God's plan defied all the odds. Because everything that they said wouldn't happen, it was just working out. She said, even though you have 2 weeks, I'm going to push your application along. And when she pushed it along, she said, okay, you're going to hear back from us within a month. Guys, I heard back from them within 2 days. No word of a lie. Sometimes when I look back, I know sometimes we question. We're like, oh my God, did this really happen? But it was like that for me. It was very bizarre. I wouldn't call it bizarre, but it was just strange. Like, I know God could work. I know God does, God does interesting things. God does things that shocks us. But that was just how it happened. Everything just worked out. And that even, when everything just worked out within that 2 weeks time, I could be able to, because once they give you a letter to say, okay, you get a date for selection, then you can extend your visa until you need to start basic training. So to see that work out where I was able to secure an extension from them giving me a letter, I don't know, it's just crazy. And to this day, it amazes me where I am, how my old path has been orchestrated. It's been paved out for me. It's interesting. I mean, even when I started basic, I had the biggest culture shock of my life. I remember, my experience in basic training wasn't the greatest. It was traumatic in a lot of sense, but it was good also. Guys, there's a lot of things that you have to go through. No one should look at man and say man don't deserve what she has. I say you cannot be jealous of people because you don't know what they had to go through. How many nights I had to dig trenches to sleep in? Cold, because it's always cold. I remember crying. I want to go back to Jamaica. It was so cold, guys. I remember being so cold that when I went to, like, I would go and have a, I remember it being so cold that if I went to the bathroom and I wanted to zip my trousers back up, I couldn't. My fingers were so frozen that I couldn't grip my zip because we wore trousers, you know. I'll show you a picture, guys, of my. So here's a picture of me in my uniform, my army day. Oh dear. Yes, that's me. I was so slim as well. It was so crazy. I was slim. I gained a lot of weight, yeah. But to be fair, I love myself the way I am now. It's just as I'm working on it, guys, just, you know, just a little bit of the tummy. It's not too bad. Just take off. Make sure it's more flat because I'm doing my little workout. I need to do that video where I show you a little bit of my indoor exercise. You don't need a gym, guys. You just need to have the army knowledge in your head. The army training is the best. The quickest way to lose weight is to follow the army regime. I'm telling you. Don't laugh, guys. That was me in basic training. You know, I have other pictures. Yeah, that was me. I don't know if you guys know, but like in the military, a lot of people don't know that you have regular jobs. So even though you're a soldier first, so you get trained to be a soldier, but then you also do a job day to day. So I was in nursing, guys. So I'd work in the hospital and so on. So that was my main role. But obviously, if there's conflict, then obviously you have to pick a gun up and shoot, which I can tell you, it was not easy, guys. It's the first time I held a gun, it was hard for me. You know, to shoot, I was quite, you know. But yeah, that was me, and it wasn't the greatest. I remember suffering a lot with the cold. The cold was my main thing, was cold. I found it hard to adjust to the screaming. They used to shout at you a lot. Get there! They shouted a lot. Let me show you a clip. Overall, it was a interesting experience, traumatic. It has its ups and downs, guys. It's not the easiest, but I think joining the military is a good opportunity for Jamaicans or whoever in the world. It's really Caribbean that really would join, because, you know, the benefits of it, you know, you can get to stay in the UK, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm grateful for my journey. I'm grateful for where I am today. I'm grateful for everything that I've been through. Yes, it's been tumultuous. Yes, it's been traumatic in a lot of ways. But I mean, I did it. I wanted to give up a lot of times. God sent people to motivate me, to keep me going. It wasn't easy. I never liked shooting the rifle. So a lot of things for me, you know, negative aspects. My experience wasn't the most, I didn't have a positive experience. But then again, I think it was also my outlook, how I viewed individuals. And I think it was also culture shock. Everyone around me was white. And I wasn't used to that, so that was a different experience. But I adjusted to it, and I met some wonderful people, and I met some not so wonderful people. So it's a mixture, guys. You know, but overall, that was really my experience coming from the Jamaica to the UK. You know, one door being closed in Jamaica where I didn't get a visa for Canada, and the Lord opened the door for England. So that was where God wanted me. This is where God wanted me to be. And you know, the next part of it where I didn't hear from the military until I had 2 weeks left on my visa, and everyone there telling me that I wouldn't get through. You know, there's no way my application would be processed. But then, miraculously, unlike everybody else's, mine went through quickly. To this day, it blows my mind. Lord, you are amazing. I was planning to go back to Jamaica, but God was like, no. So yeah, that was basically it. It was a great experience, and guys, just count your blessings. That's all I can say. And sometimes you're there sitting, waiting, wondering why things don't come through for you. Everything is in time. Some things are not meant for you. Some of us will never have certain things it's just not in the cards for you. And I've learned that you just have to accept, take the good with the bad, accept life for what it is. It make no sense forcing things, because if you force things, you're only gonna make a mess of yourself. You know, God has a plan, I believe. Some of us will never experience certain things, some of us will. It's just how life is. My grandmother died without ever traveling, which broke my heart to this day. My aunt died without ever traveling, and I always wanted them to see what it's like to, you know, see the outer world. I mean, they've never been anywhere but Jamaica, and, you know, something that hurts me to this day. I would have wanted to give them that experience. But thanks be to God, my mom had the opportunity. She was able to come to the UK. Thanks be to God. So, guys, that's just really it, you know. It's a journey for me, guys. I'm just a young lady that I'm determined. I know what I want. And I just give God thanks for the blessings. And, you know, it's still going, guys. God is still working. God, you know, is never asleep. So, that's just really the gist of it. My experience, guys. Coming from Jamaica to the UK, now a British citizen, and loving it. But I do go back home to Jamaica, because I'll never give Jamaica up. I love being there. Yeah, every England person will tell you, not too long, too hot. We're acclimatized. Because the same man that used to hate the cold in the military, now I can't eat too much heat. So it's, you know, vice versa. It's tomato. Well, guys, as always, thank you for watching. On the countdown now, 3 more subscribers to 200. Yeah. The channel is getting there, guys. Slowly but surely, it's getting there. You know, I'm thankful, I'm grateful for the support, guys. You know, if you haven't subscribed, if you've been watching me and you haven't subscribed, why not just subscribe to my channel, guys. You know, if you like the content, like the video, guys, give it a thumbs up if you like it, and guys, share the video. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I have a few more videos to upload anyway, so you'll be getting like a triple portion this weekend. So I think I'll do 1 more today, and tomorrow I'll do another one. So we'll see. I have some very interesting topics to cover, guys. But overall, I'm grateful, guys. Remember to visit Fashionable Clothing for Kids, and remember to contact Samuel's Plumbing if you need a plumbing service in Kingston, Jamaica. So yourself a wonderful day. Until next time, Godspeed.